Hello, and welcome to our video on mandatory labeling requirements in Canada. At Perennia, we work with clients to develop products that meet Canadian regulations. Part of this process is ensuring that your final food packaging complies with the CFIA food labeling requirements. Our food scientists work with these regulations on a regular basis and can help you navigate the requirements to create a label or review your current label for compliance. As per the CFIA's Guide to Food Labeling, the core mandatory labeling requirements are common name, net quantity declaration, list of ingredients and an allergen labeling, name and principal place of business, date markings, best before date, packaged on date, storage instructions, expiration date, nutritional labeling, known as the nutrition facts table, bilingual requirements, irradiation, if applicable, sweeteners, if applicable, and country of origin. Let's dive into each of these different requirements a little bit more. First of all, the common name and net quantity must be declared on your principal display panel, known as the PDP. The PDP is the part of your packaging surface that is displayed when for sale, typically considered to be the front of your packaging. A common name must accurately describe the product. For example, to have a common name of strawberry and pear jam, strawberries and pears must be the fruits used to make the jam, and to be considered a jam, it must meet the regulated minimum sugar content. Net quantity must also appear on the PDP and be in Canadian metric units. Appropriate units must be used. If your product is a liquid, the quantity must be in milliliters or liters, and if your product is a solid, then it must be in grams or kilograms. Let's review the list of ingredients and allergen labeling. A list of ingredients must be present in descending order of proportion by weight. Ingredients must be declared using their common name and have components broken out where required. This means that if an ingredient such as barbecue sauce with a list of ingredients itself is used in your recipe, you must also break out these components in your ingredient listing. Priority allergens must be declared in the list of ingredients or in a may contain statement at the end of the ingredient listing. Priority allergens include eggs, milk, mustard, peanuts, crustaceans and mollusks, fish, sesame seeds, soy, sulfites, tree nuts, and wheat and triticale. This information must be presented according to CFIA's rules on uppercase and lowercase, bolding, and more. Writing an ingredient and allergen listing is challenging. We recommend having a professional familiar with the regulations, either someone within your team or from an organization such as Perennia, complete this for you. Next is the name and principal place of business. All prepackaged foods that require a label must declare the name of the business and the principal place of business of the food manufacturer. The name should identify the legal name under which the business operates. The principal place of business must lead to a physical location where the main business can be found. A complete mailing address is not required, but enough information must be provided so that a consumer who wishes to communicate with the company can do so. Websites and telephone numbers are not an acceptable means of expressing the principal place of business, but can be included after mailing information. A very important group of requirements falls under date markings. A best before date is required when the product has a durable life date of 90 days or less. Sometimes, a packaged on date is required as well. Let's define those. Durable life means the period commencing when the prepackaged product is packaged for sale. When it is stored at optimal conditions, will retain its normal product qualities and nutritional value. The durable life date, also known as best before date, indicates the end of this period. A packaged on date is required if a food product is packaged at a retail premises and refers to the date the food is packaged at the store. These dates are only required by CFAA on foods with a durable life date of 90 days or less. Other foods may use an expiration date, which means the date after which the manufacturer does not recommend the product be consumed. The product must maintain nutritional content and microbiological stability until this date. These are typically seen on foods with a long shelf life, such as canned goods. Lastly, storage instructions are required when the storage conditions differ from room temperature. Examples include keep refrigerated, keep frozen, or store in a dry, cool place. Nutritional labeling, commonly referred to as the Nutrition Facts Table or NFT. NFTs are not required on fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, and food served in restaurants. NFTs are an important piece of the food packaging puzzle that includes core nutrients, serving sizes, and percent daily values, which are all regulated by the CFAA. Creating a nutrition facts table can be a tricky task with many regulations involved, including a specific format. Perennia's food scientists use software to create these NFTs to Canadian regulations. When needed, laboratory analysis can be completed to obtain any missing nutrients. Thinking about all of these core labeling requirements, please keep in mind that all mandatory information, except for the name and principal place of business, must be in both English and French for products sold within Canada. Under Canadian regulations, if a food is irradiated, this must have a statement on the package and the international symbol on the PDP. The same is true for sweeteners. If they are being used, they have special labeling requirements such as declaration on the PDP. If you are importing products from outside of Canada, be sure to use an imported for or imported by statement. You will also need a country of origin statement. These are not necessary for products made and sold within Canada, and the Canadian origin will show through a Canadian principal place of business. Claims such as product of Canada and made in Canada can apply. Note the difference to make sure you are making the correct claim. Product of Canada means all or virtually all major ingredients, processing, and labor used to make the food are Canadian. Ingredients used from outside of Canada must be less than 2% of the total product. Made in Canada represents foods where the last substantial transformation of the product occurred in Canada, even if some of the ingredients are from other countries. There are a wide variety of other claims available, such as prepared in Canada and packaged in Canada. These can be seen on CFIA's Origin Claims webpage. There are many regulations to consider when creating a food label. For more information, please visit the Food Labeling for Industry website on inspection.gc.ca. For assistance with creating a NFT or a label review, please get in touch with us here at Perennia.